Just hope everyone can hear me. Yep, I'm heard. I'm heard, right. Time to get this show on the road. Just give me 1 second, people. I will be with you in a tick. There we go, we're good to go. So guys, good evening and welcome to Toyko Expressway. That is right, we are on the streets of Toyko for round number 2 of the multiple manufactured car choice championship. I believe that's exactly what the MMCCC stands for. But yes, it is round number 2 on the streets of Toyko on the south inner loop. It is a very technical circuit. It is also going to be very close. The times at Suzuka also last week, if you remember rightly, this is obviously lobby 1. I forgot to put that in the description, stupid me, but I will correct it hopefully after the stream. But it should be a very good night of racing. It is going to be a very touch and go around here because the street circuit is no margin for error around here. And yes, it is the one and only hoppers in the commentary box. It is the friendly faced hoppers indeed. How is everyone doing? Good evening, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are watching this stream, because tonight is going to be very exciting. We have got quite a lot of interest around here. The championship was at Suzuka last week, so we've moved to the capital city of Japan, and we are going to be looking forward to another great night of racing. If it's anything like last week where I lost my voice, then we're in for a treat. But obviously, you know, it is now week 2, so they are choosing their week 2 cars. So it's either the McLaren, the Alpha 4C, the Renault, and I'm trying to remember exactly what other cars were used. The Lamborghini, as well as I can't remember top of my head. I should know. But give me 1 second. Give me a second, guys. Oh yeah, the Ferrari, the Honda, the Jaguar, or the Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah, so it should be between them cars. It will be a very much interesting night of racing for these guys, and of course girls, because we do have our own female competitor within Leah, who actually won at Suzuka for the top tier. And she was absolutely straight out the box, getting pole position. And, you know, as the race goes on, she actually overtook and played the strategy just right to get her first win, and actually the first Eldar female competitor's first win of the championship. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be a very close battle around here. It is obviously going to be maybe a lot of things ongoing for the situation in Eldar history, because, you know, the multiple car choice championship is thereabouts. But looking at the grid at the moment, we've got Leah followed by Panos Vorganis. Panos was actually quite quick at Suzuka last time out. You know, I think he played the wrong strategy to start with. He's got a 5-tenth penalty there for track limits going out of that hairpin. That hairpin is an absolute nightmare to put it into perspective. You know, it is very close to see exactly what's going to happen, because that hairpin caught so many people out in the past, whether it's wet or dry. You know, I've raced around here in the wet and it is not pleasant, but luckily the skies are blue and it is providing some great close action tonight for what will be a very epic night of racing. We do have the 10-minute qualification session, which may seem a long time around here, but it will not be. And then obviously an hour-long race for obviously round number 2 of the championship. So obviously what is going to happen tonight, obviously the times will get combined as a bullet train decides to go past. If you hear that faint sound, it is not my headset, it is the bullet train if it goes past, just to get that out there. But it is going to be very close. I'm not too sure exactly what cars are going to be favoritism around here. We've got AXR Joker joining us this evening, so it will be nice to see how well Joker does this evening. I can't remember his real name for the life for me. I will just double check, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Xavier, I think that's how you pronounce his name. So I think it's Xavier who is Joker. So welcome aboard, my friend. I hope you enjoy your night of racing here at Eldar Racing. It will be very epic. It seems like he's using the Lamborghini. Most of them seems to be using the Lamborghini Huracan at the moment, as well as a mixture of McLaren F1s. So who knows exactly what is going to happen for tonight. It is going to be quite close and personal, especially with the downhill section for obviously going into that hairpin, because not only have you got the hairpin where the pit lane is, so the pit lane isn't actually on the start finish line now, it's actually halfway through the lap towards the latter end of the lap. It seems to be quite a long lap, especially on fuel. So if you run out of fuel, you could be in major trouble before you get to the pit lane. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen tonight, whether tonight is going to be rather epic. I'm sure it will be, but it is going to be thereabouts. But obviously good old certain bits and pieces, just making sure I'm still heard on stream. So it will be very interesting to see what most people do. Obviously the strategy, 6 laps I believe on the soft and medium compound. I believe that is exactly the compounds they will be using, so it's going to be very weird to see what cars start on what compound for the race. Obviously during qualifying they will have to quickly change to what they're going to start on. Yes, it can be very can't remember the word I was going to say, a bit of an orientation for tyres. Like I say, the pit lane window, the pit lane is to the left hand side, just here outside of this hairpin. So it is going to be very weird, because especially, you know, you've got the uphill section for the hairpin there. I think Nate Fletcher's also joined, so we'll see how well he does tonight. So it's going to be very close to see how well people are going to do, especially around here. But nevertheless, we will be in for a fantastic night of racing. I'm sure we will. We've got quite a bit of interest. So it is going to be close, especially into this hairpin. It is not going to be very much easy. I've seen in the past, especially when I've raced around here, that people can easily dive bomb into the hairpin, which you don't really want to do, because that can easily ruin your lap, and it potentially could ruin the other people's race as well. But we'll see how quick tonight goes. It will be probably another thriller like it was at Suzuka. Last week was actually unreal, and you could see how many people were trying to push to get near the front, trying to get, you know, into turn number 1. But over here at Toyko Expressway, you know, to complete the lap, it's a bit of a weird one, because you know, you're going overlapping yourself. So it'll be interesting to see what people are going to run. But I think the majority at the moment then are going to be using like the McLaren F1 or the Lamborghini. But you know, it seems to be a choice. As I say, it's a multiple car choice, so you can choose what one of the 8 cars, as long as you've not used that car already. So for example, you know, Leah's used the Beetle last week, so she can't use that. Same with Darren, and I believe Daniel Pease used the Beetle last week. I'm not too sure what he used last week, but you know, as long as you don't use the car you used last week, you are good to go. So it's going to be very interesting to see what cars are going to be suited around here. I've not seen anyone just entering an NSX or the Renault as of yet, so it is looking likely at the moment how things will go. But you know, fair play to these guys and girls, obviously, you know, to jump into that sort of proximity for a different style racing. I think Darren's decided to go out on the Lamborghini. He's just trying these cars out, which, fair play to him. He's going to have to find out exactly what car's going to run to his advantage, what he's going to run, because he's probably seen the majority are now running the Lamborghini Huracan, so it's going to be thereabouts. But it's each as their own, you know. Pick the car you haven't used as of yet. So sadly Darren can't jump into the Beetle, which, if it was a normal championship, then yes, he would be, by all means, he would be running his Beetle. But because it isn't, it's going to be thereabouts. But as you can see, pit lane is very close towards the latter half of the lap, so you know, they're gonna, it may give them more the advantage, but then what's it going to be with the strategy is what I'm interested in finding out. So obviously Darren with the Lamborghini Huracan at the moment, then throwing his way out of that hairpin, and then he's going to go up over the overpass, because that will go into the other lap. So it's kind of a very interesting lap time around here. We've got Casper Calderon, or Kel Drinking, or Casper Brockner rather, I do apologise, so used to calling him Calderon. But Leah's got a 5/10 penalty there. She will have to get rid of that, but I suppose in practice it won't really matter. But obviously got to be very careful. Obviously don't cross the white line going out of pit lane either, because that will give you a penalty after the race, which we learnt last time out in tier 2 from what I heard, or the lobby 2, so Joker's got the Monster Energy. I believe Callie's gone out in the Lamborghini at the moment. Yes, he has. So another Lamborghini. So it looks like some of the guys are using the Lamborghini at the moment. And we've got Sampa. That'll be very interesting to see what Sampa can do. Sampa's been in a bit of a topsy-turvy campaign in GT Supercars at the moment, but hopefully he will be okay this evening. But it's going to be very close to see what he's going to do around here. As I say, the streets of Tokyo aren't going to be forgiving. The walls aren't forgiving. So panels for Ganis at the moment 155.8. This is only practice, so you know we've got till 8 o'clock till qualifying does kick in. So it's going to be very careful to see how well everyone's going to do. Excuse me, everyone is going to do around here. But it is going to be very close. So Callie's in the Lamborghini at the moment. Maybe that could be the car choice for tonight for him. He seemed to be doing very well last time out. He was almost going to get the race win, but it will be a very close proximity for everyone. But we'll see exactly how well things go for a lot of interest. And I think Adam Morgan's also joined. It's not BTCC Star, it's the Welsh namesake. I think Sampa's disappeared for a moment, but hopefully he will be back. We're looking at exactly how many cars we will have on the grid, but at the moment it seems the Lamborghinis, then the Lamborghini Huracans, are the cars to beat with a 155.8. I wouldn't be surprised, just to put that out there, if most people go into the Huracan. But also the other car to beat is the McLaren F1, which most people seem to be choosing, choosing at the moment. But it will be very close to see how well everyone goes. Gareth Morris then. Gareth Morris, multiple champion in Eldar Sim Championships. He is on course to be thereabouts, but obviously Adam Morgan's also gone into the McLaren F1, so it's going to be very interesting to see what cars will be able to jump on and literally latch up to certain bits and pieces, because you know, to me it looks like the Lamborghini is definitely the car that's going to be beatable. Excuse me, yawning away for a second. But it is looking like the Lamborghini is going to be the car to try and beat. That's what I meant. I didn't mean to be beatable. But I think the way things are going to go, it will be a very close to see how close it's going to get for tonight around here for the second round of the championship at Tokyo. So at the moment, and it does look like there's a few Lamborghini Huracans out there, and there's a few Lamborghini McLaren F1s, but I think this is the way things are going to go. I think, you know, if the McLarens are going to be the cars to use tonight, then it's going to be very exciting to see how well things go. But you know, looking at Sampa at the moment, he seems to be very quick. He's got to be careful around here, because as I say, it's been a bit of a easy learning curve for him, but it's going to be thereabouts. But looking at Joker then with a 156.212 at the moment, is it going to be able to do that? But you can just see Panos going through the final turn sort of thereabouts. Is that going to be very interesting to see what he can do. He's raced around here before in a Porsche Cayman. That was a GT4 specification instead of a GT3 specification, but he's in the Williams liveried inspired Lamborghini, so we'll see how well he does. So it looks like there's quite a few Lamborghinis and quite a few quite a few Lamborghinis and McLarens then, so that will give us an indication exactly how things will go. I think we've got 10 drivers at the moment, so it seems to be thereabouts, but it is going to be very close to see what is going to happen. But however, Panos with his 155.874 at the moment is his fastest lap in testing. So yeah, it's going to be very quick to see exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to go and grab a quick drink because I have a feeling tonight my throat is going to be literally going to be screamed at. But nevertheless, guys, I will give you the sights and sound of Casper Brockner, and we'll see what his Lamborghini can do around here. It should be, I'll tell you what, it will be very close. Yeah, we'll go on board with Casper Brockner for a lap of Toyko Expressway. I will be back in a moment or two, so I'll be back in 3 minutes. There we go, I am back. So let's see what tonight will bring, whether it brings a fantastic night of racing. I'm sure it will. But it is going to be thereabouts to see how quick everyone is going to go for tonight for the second round of the championship. Doesn't seem like we're at the second round, but it will do once we get everything in good order for tonight. So it does look like we have got 10 drivers, but is it going to be thereabouts to see exactly what's going to happen? No, we don't want that. So yes, it is going to be very close and maybe most likely exciting for being around here. It is going to be quite a quick sort of battles. It will be thereabouts, but you know, who knows exactly what is going to happen for tonight. We do have some very quick people on the grid. It is going to be close as you like. But who knows exactly what is going to happen. But it is going to be thereabouts. But looking at certain times then, you know, it looks like Casper's gone fastest, 155.7, so it's thereabouts, isn't it, for the taking. You know, it all depends on what car suits you, what your driving style will be, and it will be very interesting to see how close everyone's going to get within each other. So, you know, it's going to be very much a very close proximity battle around here. It's not one you want to take mistakes around either, because the walls will not be forgiving. They will not be your best friend around here. But who knows exactly what's going to happen. So I'm just getting myself into the zone yet again, because it is going to be a very close race. We do, as I say, it is going to be an hour-long race, but 10 minutes of qualifying as well, which is going to make it even more interesting, because the amount of drivers that are going to be pushing on. But please like and subscribe to Eldar Racing. It will mean a lot to us. We are looking forward to seeing what tonight's going to bring, and obviously how quick the racing will be around here. It could be a very quick night of racing. It looked like it went very quick at Suzuka last week. You know, it may have been like an hour-long race, but it literally seemed to like start, and then it was just at the halfway mark before we knew it. But you know, it seems to be very close to see how quick everything goes. Obviously, Craig Thomas has now entered the lobby, so it'll be interesting to see what Craig can do, the Welshman. You know, it's going to be a very interesting battle between a few cars around here, I think. I'll tell you what, there is going to be a lot of cars that are going to be keeping an eye, but I think the majority at the moment then have gone for the Hurricane or the McLaren F1, it seems. And I'll tell you what, I don't blame them. I don't know what car I would go in out of the cars that were being picked. Maybe, knowing me, it would be a Honda, but I think it depends on what suits your driving style and what you fancy running, because you know, there's a lot of cars out there, but they've obviously got to pick one of the cars they haven't run. If it is the car they've run, then they can't run it. Unfortunately, they will have to pick another. But so far, it seems to be a McLaren and Lamborghini fest, which isn't really an issue, because that is one of the cars they have to undertake to take. So it's going to be very close to see exactly how things go. But I'm just looking to see what Craig will be running when he does decide to come out of pit lane in a moment or two. We're just waiting for the Welshman to appear, but nevertheless he will be just getting himself, I believe, getting himself into the zone, and it will be thereabouts. But it could be very close to see how fast people are going to go. But he's actually in pit lane at the moment, so he's in McLaren at the moment, and so it seems it's going to be quite a lot of McLarens versus the McLarens. Yeah, McLarens versus the Lamborghinis at the moment is what I was meant to say. But I think Darren's decided to jump back into his McLaren seat, which is going to be faster. Which I don't, as I say, I don't blame him. He's one of them. But we'll see how quick everyone is going to go. It looks like, you know, the likes of Leah, she's going to try and put another win. The times do get combined between lobby 1 and of course lobby 2. So it is going to be thereabouts to see exactly what is going to happen regarding, obviously, faster times. I believe the ones that I can't remember whether it was trying to remember, yeah, it's the bottom 3 that drop down into lobby 2, and then the top 3 in lobby 2 come up to us. So, you know, we're going to get probably the faster guys now, and it's probably going to be quite quick to see how well they're going to go. But, you know, anything can happen in this championship, you know, regardless of what's going to happen. Obviously, if you're new to Eldar Racing, we cater for everyone's championship. You do not have to be really quick. You do not have to be sort of medium style racer. You can be a complete rookie and you can jump in. We will find you a championship that will be suitable for your needs and your racing capabilities. We do not judge people on how you race, as long as you race clean and fair. Just bear with me 1 second while I sneeze. I do apologise, I thought I was going to sneeze, but obviously not. But yes, as I was saying, we do cater for everyone's racing needs. We do literally have racing for everyone. You do not have to be top of the world to be a very quick driver. We will find you a championship that will be suited to your driving style, and it will be one of the best. I'll tell you what, if you're more than welcome, check us out on Facebook and drop a message or drop a like, and we will potentially approve your post if you are looking for racing. We are obviously, you know, looking at new championships. There's new championships in the pipeline. Not too sure what they're going to be as of yet, but it is looking likely there will be some championships thereabouts very soon. But we will see exactly what is going to happen. I believe we do start at 8 o'clock, so we have got around 10 minutes, well, around 12 minutes, should I say. Do apologise, my eyes are itchy at the moment. But yes, it is going to be very close to see exactly how well things go. But it is going to be very close to see how close everyone gets for tonight. It is going to be a rout between the Lamborghinis and, of course, the McLarens now then. So I don't think anyone else has decided to go in any other car. So it's going to be a very close and probably like a proper GT fest tonight with the Lamborghinis and, of course, the McLaren F1s at the moment. So it's going to be thereabouts, but looking at the time zone, Casper Calvin, or Casper Brockner, need to stop calling him Casper Calvin, but Casper Brockner then, 1:55.719 at the moment, so Lamborghini Huracan seems to be very quick, followed by Panos, followed by Joker, with 1:55.904, so that's thereabouts. You know, you can just see exactly that the McLarens are slightly getting a bit dominated by the Lambos at the moment or two, but as I say, this is only qualifying, so yeah, it's going to be very close to see exactly what happens. Rasmus Ommeren, WSTC or WTSC driver at the moment, the other Danish driver in the field. I will be interested to see what he's going to run this evening, but you know, he is obviously thereabouts. But Adam Morgan then, with that 1 second penalty, he is going to be fuming, because he's going to have to take that, even if it was before or during the race. He will have to take that. Rasmus Ommeren, to try to find out where Rasmus is. He is thereabouts. He has gone for the McLaren, so there is a few, and most likely quite a lot of McLarens on the grid, which is quite good for tonight. But I thought people would go for different cars, but it is looking likely at the moment. Leah's gone with a 1:55.819 at the moment, so she's doing a fabulous job. So she's not far behind Casper Calvin. She's only 0.1 second behind Casper Brockner. For that first spot yet again, so she'll be pushing all the way. She's trying to get past Samper at the moment. Samper's really on course to be pushing a bit overly excited in that McLaren at the moment, it seems. But we'll see exactly how quick things go tonight. Chris Wheatley's also joined, so we'll see how well he does this evening. So it's going to be quite an amazing sort of grid tonight, because you know, looking at roughly now the numbers, it's now 13, so that's quite good to see how well people are going to go. But who knows exactly what's going to happen. So I believe Panos has unfortunately gone to lobby 2, so that's going to be a bit unfortunate for him. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. So we'll see how well tonight goes for quite a few people. Chris Wheatley in the Lamborghini then. So it'll be very interesting to see what Chris can do. He was originally, I believe, in lobby 2 for this evening. But, oh, am I wrong? No, I'm wrong. He is in there. He's in lobby 1. No, he was going to be in lobby 2. Yes, he was going to be in lobby 2, but due to, obviously, someone's penalty, he's had to drop into lobby 2. So I do apologise. We do have a comment on the stream run, so give me 1 second. Evening, Darren. You've got a headache, mate. Oh, bless you. I do apologise for that, mate. I understand, though. You know, if you're not feeling great, mate, just let me know. You know, I'll understand. You know, I will, mate, for sure. But hopefully we get through it, mate. You know, but. You know, as I say, I do understand. But it is going to be great tonight for a very close battle around the streets of Tokyo. I personally am going to have to disagree with anyone who says they like this circuit. I do not like it. I think it is a bit of a circuit that has a bit of a twisty section, and obviously the hairpins, I don't like them for some bizarre reason, but I don't mind other people racing on it, but it's not one of my favourites, I must admit. But hopefully things go to plan. It looks like, you know, it's between the Lamborghinis and of course the McLarens for the time being, but it's going to be very close, I must admit. But it's going to be it'll be very interesting to see how well people do. But it will be very fantastic to see exactly what is going to happen. So I am going to be back in a moment or two. Just need to nip to the loo. I am back. I do apologise about that. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen. We've got around maybe now 3 minutes till the race starts. Well, qualifying should I say, but it is going to be very close. It is going to be exciting. I cannot wait to see how well things go tonight, because like I say, if it's anything like Suzuka last week, you know, where we had a quite interesting fight, and obviously the racing was absolutely phenomenal, it was going to be very close to see exactly how well people go. But looking likely the grid's going to be full of McLarens and of course Lamborghinis at the time, so it is going to be thereabouts. But hopefully things go to plan. So we'll see how well things go for, obviously tonight. It is going to be a very epic race indeed. But hopefully we can see how quick everyone's going to go for the racing. It does look like the McLaren versus Lamborghinis, so it is going to be a very quick race. It's going to be a very interesting race. I'm going to tell you that for next to nothing. But it will be very close to see how close racing goes for between every single driver in the McLaren and the Lamborghini Huracan. It seems the Lamborghini Huracan is going to be very quick, so we are going to be moments away from the 10-minute qualifying then, and it is going to be deciding exactly the grid for round number 2 then, here on the streets of Tokyo. It is going to be very close as you like. I'm sure it is going to be very interesting. I think Daniel Pease has just stopped on exit of the hairpin, so we are going to be good to go for qualifying then, in a round now. So it's going to be very close to see how close everyone's going to get, but we'll see exactly what is going to happen. So we are starting on time, so you know, fair play. We'll see exactly. I think Darren's decided now the Lamborghini is going to be his choice, so he's going to be very close to see exactly what happens. You may see the cars disappear from their allotted slots, but it will be very careful to see exactly what happens. But we will be thereabouts. I think Casper Calvin will be the last one, or Casper Brockler rather, to be the last one to exit pit lane. Yes, he is, but it is looking likely we do have some very interesting battles already in qualifying. As I say, try not to hit the wall around here. So the first 5 laps will begin in then. So Craig Thomas is weaving his tyres in the trusty, I can't remember exactly what livery he said that was, but it's going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly how well people do around here for tonight at Tokyo. It is a very tight and twisty circuit for the Eldar racing calendar. It is not the first time I think this sort of layout has been used. I think it got last used in the Toyota Yaris Championship on a Friday night, so you know, it's going to be very close. We'll see exactly what lap times everyone's going to do. It looks like the McLarens are working well, and I think it is now going to be a tale of Lamborghini Huracans with a McLaren F1 spiraling symmetry towards the end of the sort of yes, it's Gareth Morris in the other McLaren F1, so it's spoiling symmetry at the moment, but we'll see exactly how quick things go into the bottom section, then into the top end section. You've got to be very careful because going into the hairpin pit entry is on the left hand side, so you've got to be very careful you don't take anyone out if you want to dive into pit lane, which we see Craig Thomas already diving in. Sampa's also dived in, Leah's also dived in. There's quite a few on that lap diving in, so Rasmus Ommerden will be the benchmark. What is he going to do for the time being, going through the chicane here, the tight, twisty, unforgiving section, but he will power his way out the final turn then along the start finish straight now into a bit of a kink before we get to the start finish line, but he's about to do a 156.997. Adam Morgan there, 157.9. But Darren was second, but I'll tell you what, times are coming left, right and centre. Gareth Morris 156.486 at the moment. He's top of the tree. Chris Wheatley 156.6 at the moment. That is very close. So the McLaren versus Lamborghini versus Lamborghini versus Lambo, and obviously another McLaren. That's Rasmus Omren in the wall. Like I say, these walls aren't forgiving. They fletch 157.339 at the moment. Daniel P's 157.6 dead. At the moment he seems to be thereabouts, but the Lamborghini, he will have to push on. Darren's Lamborghini at the moment in with a 157.808. That's a bit unfortunate for him at the moment, but he is suffering a headache at the moment, so maybe that is hampering his performance slightly. With around 6 minutes and 9 seconds left. Adam Morgan 157.997. Clay Thomas 224.1 at the moment. That is not the fastest time around here, but he did go to pit. Same with Sampa and of course Leo at the moment. So they're at the tail of the field at the moment. Gareth Morris, I think he's decided to go into pit lane. Yes, he has. So there's quite a few of them jumping into pit lane now to try and get excuse me, maybe onto the mediums to push on. But Chris Wheatley will be the other one that literally goes on. He's thereabouts, but is he going to be pushing to be top of the tree? He's obviously had a bit of a reprieval to get into lobby 1 this evening, but Joker then, that Xavier goes a 156.1 at the moment. Gareth Morris down in second. Callie goes a 155.861. That is very good lap time. So the Lamborghini at the moment versus the other Lamborghini, so it's going to be very close to McLaren F1. Oh, Leah's gone up into second then. She's gone up into second, 156.020. Will she make it 2 wins from 2 tonight? We've got around 4 minutes and 40 seconds left of qualifying, so you know it could be thereabouts. But Joker on his debut, oh, he's got a 5-10th penalty at the moment. He will have to take that. That's going to push him down a bit. Gareth Morrison in the McLaren F1 4th at the moment. Chris Wheatley with that 4/10th penalty, he will have to take that as well. They flick sitting out the bit of the session with, you know, he's got 4 minutes and 13 seconds left, so he can easily go back out. Sampa 7th at the moment. I think he's going back out, so you know he's getting the mediums on. But if he goes back out, 4 minutes remaining and in this tight and twisty Tokyo circuit for qualifying of the Eldar Multiple Car Choice Championship. Rasmus Omren 8th at the moment, Craig Thomas 9th, Daniel Pease in 10th, then with Darren 11th, and Adam Morgan in 12th at the moment. Oh, he's clipped that wall! He's clipped the wall isn't forgiving. It actually throws a penalty. You've got around 3.5 minutes left, so the likes of Casper and of course Joker are in pit lane. They're coming out, they're just coming out in front, but Sampa is trying to get away from Leah at the moment. Leah goes purple in that second sector. That could be a very good lap if Sampa does not get in the way too much. She's trying to push that McLaren F1. Is she going to be top of the tree like she was at Suzuka? It could be thereabouts, but you know, she's trying to get thereabouts, but Sampa's trying to be very courteous if he can, but she still stays second. It's a bit unfortunate for her. Sampa's thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, Darren is up into fourth, 156.417. Rasmus Omron 156.675 at the moment, so with around just coming up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in qualifying, it is going to be thereabouts. It is, as I say, it is a very tight and twisty. Oh, Darren's got a bit defended from Craig Thomas there, going into that hairpin. He's clipped the wall. That's going to be a bit unfortunate, but hopefully he will push back on to try and get that Lamborghini onto that fourth. He's fourth on the grid at the moment, but I don't think he was happy about that sort of issue going into the hairpin. But 2 minutes left then. Will Jasper Brockner get pole position for the first time this season? Or is Leah going to try and put a dent into that and get another pole position? She's currently 10.5 seconds down in that sector. She's probably got held up in traffic because they are the likes of Adam Morgan and of course Chris Wheatley were battling. So going into the last hairpin of the sector then, this could be a very close battle, but it is looking likely at the moment. Craig Thomas down in 10th at the moment. It's not going to do him any good. There's quite a few cars that are down on the grid at the moment. That is a bit unfortunate. You know, the faster guys that we thought were going to be fast tonight are down the order at the moment. That is, excuse me, that is a bit of a shame, but we'll see exactly what goes on for tonight. It looks like Rasmus Ommeren, the other Dane, is he going to get a 1-2 for Denmark? It could be thereabouts, but at the moment it does not seem it. Still says 7th. So Callie from Leah at the moment is the 1-2 with 38 seconds remaining in qualifying. Now then, Darren's dropped down to 4th. Darren's dropped down to 5th rather. Gareth Morris is up into 4th at the moment, so the Welshman trying to push on. So there's quite a few cars that are going to be thereabouts, but you can just see how quick and how personal it is getting out on track at the moment. Into the hairpin we go then for what will be the last time of qualifying, because they will not get another run in, because obviously of the nature of the circuit. Leah clips that wall, 1/5 of a second penalty. That will hurt this time round. But is it going to be able to see exactly what happens? Joker's got a 5-tank penalty. He's purple in that sector, but that is going to hurt. But I tell you what, it is going to be a very close end to qualifying. You know, a lot of cars were fighting with each other there, but it seemed to be very close to see how fantastic battles are going to happen. But you know, it's going to be thereabouts. But Joker has got to be careful. He has got to get rid of that penalty. Oh, Chris Wheatley spins out of that hairpin, nearly ends up headbutting the wall, which he does not want to do. Joker, you have got to get rid of your penalty, my friend. It is going to cost your time. It will. You might be purple, but it will cost you time at the end of qualifying. It is going to be thereabouts, but give him his due. But you know, he's got to be very careful, because I'll tell you what is going to happen with the lap times. But I'll tell you what, Moss goes second at the moment, so that's a good lap time from Gareth Morris. Splitting, obviously, Leah and, of course, Callie. Darren is still 4th on the grid, which is a good lap time for Darren in the Lamborghini. It is going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be a very crazy race come the end of qualifying. But who was that? Sampa goes up to 10th then. Craig Thomas down in 12th, though he goes 11th because Dave Fletch sat out the majority the last 4 minutes of qualifying, so that is going to be hurting him quite a bit. He will have to literally push on from the tail end of the grid then, so it's going to be thereabouts. But at the moment, Casper Calderon on pole position and Casper Brotner. I do apologise, but you know, it's how I know him. But Gareth Morris second, then Leah in third, then she will push on. Darren in fourth, followed by Joker fifth, Chris Wheatley sixth, so the Lamborghini's almost trading paint there into the hairpin, with Daniel Pease and of course Adam Morgan in the McLaren. So it does look like it's a Lamborghini and McLaren affair this evening. So we've got around 30 seconds left till qualifying does finish. I don't think Nate Fletcher will get round to just cross the line at the moment, so we'll see exactly how quick it's going to be for tonight. It looks like we are going to be on course for maybe a very interesting battle towards the end of the lap. It is, well, the start of the lap. But obviously Casper Brockner 155.653 at the moment. There's quite a lot of people with penalties in qualifying, which is a bit of a shame, but we are good to go. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. It will be very close to see how fantastic this battle's going to be, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close to see if the Lamborghinis or the McLarens get off the line very well. We will see exactly what's going to happen. I can't really see the start lights from here, but it is going to be very close to see how close and how interesting it's going to go for an hour round here at Tokyo. The revs are building, as on my voice. Who's going to get a good start into turn number one? It is going to be an absolute nail biter going towards this turn here. It is going to look like Casper gets the lead. Leah up in second. Gareth Morris dropped down to third then at the moment, with the likes of Gareth Morris and Joker. Darren Bolton drops down one place. Daniel Pease in there in sixth place at the moment. Chris Wheatley also. It is going to be very careful. Breathe in, ladies and gents, because the hairpin is going to be thereabouts. Chris Wheatley already harpoons Joker almost into the wall. That is not what we want to see. This has got to be very careful around here, because it is going to cost you a lot of time. But the top three at the moment, then it's a McLaren versus the Lamborghinis at the moment. But I'll tell you what, we'll go back in a moment. Casper Calderon leads the race then, followed by Mia, followed by Gareth Morris. These three actually were thereabouts last time out, but it looks like Casper's getting ganged up on by the McLarens at the moment. It seems the McLaren's Leah takes, oh, she's clipped the wall. That is unfortunate. That will drop her down. Adam Morgan fourth, Joker fifth at the moment, but Joker's trying to make a move on Adam Morgan into the hairpin. Daniel Pease is trying to do the same to Darren. Darren's trying to push wide. Rasmus Omeron is also there. Nate Fletch. But I tell you what, Rasmus is there. Darren in eighth, then Craig in ninth, Nate Fletch 10th, Samper 11th, Chris Wheatley after that harpoon moment into the hairpin 12th at the moment. But Casper Brockner on course to take the race lead and literally lead a lap. Leah's going to have to take that penalty. She is going to be absolutely livid. But I tell you what, fair play. Casper is still leading the race then, followed by Gareth Morris, followed by Joker. Now it looks like it's a lot of four-car battle. Adam Morgan's also thereabouts. We know how Adam Morgan likes to race. He's actually a very quick racer himself. But this is going to be very careful. This could be a very interesting battle. Maybe 4 cars, maybe 5 cars, because Darren Bolton in the green Lamborghini at the back. This is going to be close. I'll tell you what, it's getting very close and tooth and nail into the hairpin this time round though. Craig Thomas in 9th place at the moment. Dave Fletch in around the bottom half of that table. Samper is also there. Chris Wheatley also, but looking at the nice ideas we've got at the moment. Leah's leading that train then. Likes of Gareth Morris, Joker, and of course Casper at the moment then. However, pushing away from the rest of the pack of haunted drivers at the moment, should I say, but to be thereabouts. Adam Morgan trying to put Leah under pressure, Rasmus Omlund trying to do exactly the same into the braking zone for the other tight hairpin. Oh my goodness, this could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But Daniel is there, Darren and of course Craig are battling. Seems to be thereabouts. No Fletch, Samper and Chris Wheatley this time round. I tell you what, it's getting very close. Darren's flashing a lot, saying to Craig, hurry up mate, I'm getting chased like a pack of wolves behind me. At the moment it seems to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, fair play, these drivers know how to put on a good show. 56 minutes remaining then, so we're not even at the halfway point yet, but it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, Leah's escaped quite a bit. Rasmus and of course Adam Morgan, I thought that was going to end in tears. I'll tell you what, it is getting close. Chris Wheatley, Samper, and of course Nate Fletch, and of course Darren, they're also there. But this is going to be very close. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, it looks like there's a few moves into the hairpin. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be very careful. But it's going to be thereabouts. But this is going to be very unstoppable for quite a few people for thereabouts. But I'll tell you this, who is that with a penalty? That's Rasmus Omlund. Oh, he's got a penalty, he's got a 5 penalty. That is going to hurt him. Leah's getting away from them, so that is what she needs to do. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close to the McLarens at the moment. Not really dominating much of the race at the moment, but it's going to be thereabouts. But it's going to be very close. Samper at the tail of the field then. At the moment he's not doing too well, but hopefully he will pick up. So Casper still leading the race then. Joker with that 5/10 penalty, still going to have to get rid of that. Leah will be 4th at the moment. Adam Morgan 5th, yeah. Daniel P 6th. Rasmus Omlund, who's dropped back a bit to 7th. Craig in 8th, then Darren 9th at the moment. Fair play. Nate Fletcher in 7th with Chris Wheatley in 11th. Samper's a bit of a way back there in the pink, sort of pinkish McLaren. But he's going to have to be careful to get back onto this train. It is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, because Adam Morgan is under threat from Daniel Pease at the moment. You can just see how quick he's going to get. That Lamborghini, the white and red Lamborghini. It's going to be very close to see how close the Portuguese driver can get to the Welshman. I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts going into the hairpin for the 4th time then. It is going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be a very close battle, because they're going to be on the correct line. But looking at what's going to happen, Rasmus Omlund, what's he do? Oh, it looks, oh my goodness gracious, that looks like Nate Fletch, Darren and of course Chris Wheatley were involved in that. That was a bit, it's very hard, but that is not going to be very approved. I'll tell you what, that was a bit naughty. I don't know exactly how that happened, but that looked to me that was a lot of just late braking into that hairpin. But that is exactly how things can end up being a bit of a disaster. Rasmus Omlund versus Samper at the moment. The two Scandinavian drivers, Craig Thomas there in 7th then. But I'll tell you this, it's got to be very careful going into them hairpins, because they got harpooned to almost the shallow realm. But the battle for the lead is raging on. Gareth Morris, it's trying to get past Casper Brockner for the first place at the moment then. So we're on to lap 4 out of gosh knows how many, but we're on to 52 minutes to go in this race. We're not even halfway, but I tell you what, this race seems to be going very quick. But I tell you what, Adam Morgan and Daniel Pease, they're still having a fantastic battle between the pair of them. Fair play, these two are racing each other clean and fair. Daniel Pease tries to make a move. He knows exactly, oh, he's done it. He has done it, but he's got to be very careful because the hairpin of doom is coming up next. Craig Thomas is still there with Rasmus Ommerman close behind, with Sampa catching them up. I'll tell you what, it's been a bit unfortunate for Chris Wheatley and of course Darren, but Sampa's going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, Chris Wheatley is going to be thereabouts. Darren is going to have to be very careful. He's got to defend, but he's down in for the moment, with Chris Wheatley in 11th, Nick Fletch in 12th for the moment. But the battle for the race lead is still hotting up. It is going to be very close. You've got Casper Brockner trying to get away from Gareth Morris at the moment. Gareth Morris, where is he? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He is into the race lead. What a stellar move. This is absolutely fantastic between the pair of them. It is going to be thereabouts 50, just under 51 minutes left. It is going to be very close between the pair of them. Casper has to tuck right behind. Joker's still there in third at the moment. Leah currently in fourth. She's doing well. Adam Morgan and Daniel Pease, they're still at it together. This is actually fantastic between the pair of them. I'll tell you what, it is going to be very careful. Craig in 7th, Sampa 8th, Rasmus 9th, then Chris Wheatley in 10th now. Darren in 11th then, but I tell you what, I think their moves at the hairpin are going to be looked at, because that seemed to be very naughty. I don't know whether it was Nate Fletcher's fault or what, but it just seemed to wipe out almost half that field. But it's going to be thereabouts. I'll tell you what, 50 minutes left. We're going to be in for a nail biter very soon, because it is going to be thereabouts. One to lap 6 then. Craig's still there, but I'll tell you what, Daniel and of course Adam Morgan, these two are fantastic battle between the pair of them. The McLaren versus the Lamborghini of Casper Calderon or Casper Brockner. Back in first place then from Gareth Morris from Joker, followed by Leah, followed by Adam Morgan. It's defended well from Daniel Pease at the moment. Daniel Pease is on course to try and emulate quite a lot of things. Sampa is holding up the likes of Rasmus and of course Chris Wheatley and of course Darren. Rasmus has a 5-10 penalty now. That is going to cost him. I'll tell you what, this is going to be quite a bit of a memento. Sampa is all over the shot trying to defend from Rasmus Ommerman. He's got to be very careful though, because he's got the likes of Chris Wheatley and of course Darren Baldwin behind him. It's got to be, Rasmus has dropped back. Sampa is going to have to be very careful, and I mean very careful, because he's thereabouts. Yes, okay, we know what he's like. He's racecraft rather, but he's going to have to be very careful to see how well he's going to do. The Toyko machine inspired up McLaren F1 at the moment. Darren's got past Chris Wheatley for that 9th place at the moment. He seems to be doing very well. But Gareth Morris has dropped down to 3rd. Seems the Lamborghinis are coming on a bit more stronger now, with Casper and of course Joker, followed by Gareth and of course Leah at the moment. Adam Morgan and of course Daniel Pease 5th and 6th at the moment. Wow! It is going to be very close. What is going on further back? Sampa is still there, Chris Wheatley, and of course Darren Baldwin with Rasmus Ommerman. Oh my goodness, this could, oh, Darren's skated the wall there. That is a bit unfortunate for him, with Nate Fletch trying to hunt him down. This could be a very close. He's got a 5/10 penalty at the moment. He's got that indicator on there, but he's took it off now. But Chris Wheatley and Sampa having a bit of a battle. Sampa has to concede, but he's got to be very careful, because Chris Wheatley will not give him a battle, because Chris Wheatley will want to push away. But it looks like Daniel Pease is up into 5th then. Leah's still trying to catch that people, but Gareth Morris is back into excuse me, back into second place with Joker trying to Gareth Morris clips that wall. That's allowed Joker back into second place. Gareth has to drop down to third. This could be very close between the pair of them. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Sampa and Rasmus Omeran, these two had a bit of a beef in WSTC last season. But Sampa gets a bit sideways out of that hairpin. Rasmus Omeran thinks about it. Oh my goodness! I thought they were going to squeeze each other into the wall then. But I'll tell you what, they're catching up to Chris Wheatley. I feel sorry for Darren at the moment. He's dropped back down to the last place, but Casper Brockner then, however, on to lap 8 we go then. Gareth Morris down there in third at the moment. Leah's trying to catch them up. You can just see that she's not far behind them at the moment, but Sampa, Chris Wheatley and of course Rasmus Omeran. Rasmus is trying to catch him up as best as he can. It's a bit unfortunate that, you know, it's going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what is going to happen. Rasmus all over the back of Sampa. This has to be very careful. This has to be very clean. But is it going to be thereabouts for them? But I'll tell you what, we've got 45.5 minutes left, just about, in this race. Rasmus gets past Sampa, but he's trying to get past. He's trying to literally get past the other McLaren. No flips there in 11th then. Darren in 12th at the moment with Casper still leading the race. Gareth Morris, Leah's up into third. What's happened to Joker? Joker's got a 2.2 second penalty. That is why Leah's up into third. So she could latch onto the back of these guys that are in front of her and take another win if she plays it right, if she plays the cards right. Daniel Pease in 5th then, Adam Morgan 6th at the moment, Craig in 7th, Chris Wheatley still thereabouts, but I tell you what, Sampa is put in Rasmus Omeran. These two are following each other and they're stuck like magnets at the moment, the pair of them. Sampa has got to be very careful what lines he picks. They don't want to have a bit of an issue, but I tell you what, this is going to be a very close battle. But I tell you what, we're on to lap 8, about to complete lap 8 rather, and about to start lap number 9. This is absolutely fantastic. This championship, yet again, it never fails to disappoint me. But I tell you what, Joker's still got that penalty. Leah is going to try and catch up to Gareth Morris, but he's got that gap from Casper Calderon, or Casper Brockner. Keep calling him Casper Calderon, so that's what this thing used to be. But I'll tell you what, it is getting thereabouts. But Chris Wheatley in 8th then with Rasmus 9th. Sampa's dropped back a bit now. Sampa has dropped back a bit. Nate Fletch also there 11th. Darren's still in 12th. But I'll tell you what, Joker is in 5th place now. Daniel Pease has got past him, maybe because of that penalty, but it is thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. You know, we could be in very, very careful battles, but I'll tell you what, I think the harpoon into the hairpin is going to get looked at. I can guarantee it will get looked at by the stewards. But Sampa is in 10th place at the moment, and with Nate Fletch 11th and poor old Darren at the moment in 12th. He's going to have to try and push on. I'm sure he will. We've got every faith in him. So Leah in 3rd at the moment, and she is doing a fabulous job to get where she needs to be. You know, it'd be very impressed if she makes it 2 wins from 2. But we've got 43 minutes left of this race. It seems to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you this, it is going to be a very close proximity. Looks like Joker is the first to pit then. Excuse me. Casper Brockner still leading the race then. Gareth Morris 2nd, Leah 3rd, Daniel Pease in 4th, Adam Morgan 5th, Craig in 6th then with Rasmus, and of course Chris Wheatley 7th and 8th. Sampa chasing them down in 9th at the moment, and Nate Fletch in 10th at the moment with Darren in 11th now. So with Joker rather into pit lane, that is going to be pushing them thereabouts, but I'll tell you this, it is going to be very careful. We've got to see exactly how quick these guys are going to go within the battle for 8th, well, between 8th and 7th, 7th and 8th, 9th and 10th. It's going to be very careful, because I think the likes of Sumper and Nate Fletch, these two, I don't know whether they've had a bit of a weird moment between each other previously, but it seems like Nate Fletch is going to put that Lamborghini alongside the McLaren. It could be thereabouts. Is he going to be very careful this time round? Sumper runs a bit wide, but he tucks in very neatly, but Nate Fletch is almost onto the back of him. Seems to be very careful to see how quick he's going to go, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be thereabouts. But Nate has picked up a 5-10 penalty. Joker is in 12th for the moment, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen. But Rasmus Omeron versus Chris Wheatley. Sumper is also there. He's under threat from Nate Fletch, and of course Darren at the moment. But this is going to have to be very careful. But I'll tell you what, is it going to be thereabouts? But I'll tell you, Darren's trying to push on as best as he can, trying to get back up to that order. Sumper is thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, he's there. And Craig goes into pit lane then. Daniel Pease also goes into pit lane. Leah goes into pit lane. So they may be playing the cards just right at the moment. 40.5 minutes left of this race then. So it's going to be very careful. Casper Brockner still leads the race then from Gareth Morris. And of course now Adam Morgan with Rasmus Omeron 4th. Chris Wheatley 5th. Sumper 6th. Got to be careful because Darren Baldwin, that is right, Darren Baldwin, he's a very quick and feisty racer. He knows how to pedal a lot of cars in his past racing history. I'll tell you what, fair play to him. He's not giving up at the moment. He is not giving up to try and get past Sumper for that 6th place at the moment. Oh, Sumper chops the nose just. But I'll tell you what, it is getting very careful to clip the wall yet again. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very interesting to see who pits this time round though. But I'll tell you this, fair play to every single driver this evening. It is going to be very careful. Daniel Pease and Joker. Daniel Pease on colder tyres then. But I'll tell you what, he's going to be very careful. Then the outlaps round here aren't very long. So, likes of Gareth Morris, Adam Morgan, and of course Rasmus Sumper is still there with Nate Fletch also chasing the two down. Chris Wheatley, oh, he's got a 5-10 penalty. It is not going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, Sumper is trying to push on. He is trying to push for living daylights. You know, Casper Brockner goes in pit lane. Gareth Morris goes into pit lane. Sumper and Darren almost side by side. This could be. Nate Fletch is also there. Oh, he's got Chris Wheatley ahead of him as well. Oh my goodness. This is going to be very careful, because this is what we've got to be very careful of. Sumper. So Darren and Chris Wheatley go into pit lane. So Sumper takes the race lead then. Nate Fletch in 2nd. This is going to be very weird. But I'll tell you what, this is where it's going to happen. Leah, Gareth Morris, and of course Casper Brockner are going to be thereabouts. This is actually really fantastic. He's actually playing quite well. Oh, Adam Morgan. Oh, steady. I don't know whether he crossed that white line just. Got to be careful. You can't cross the white line, because it will go against you. Craig Thomas there in 9th place then. Rasmus in 10th then. Darren 11th. Chris Wheatley in 12th at the moment. Sumper and Nate Fletch, they're still battling. They're battling to try and see who gets the lead of the race at the moment, and Sumper's trying to push on. Nate Fletch is also there, but look at Nate Fletch's fuel gauge, it is in the red. Sumper's drifting out of that hairpin just about. But he's got to be very careful. You know, he is going to be watching the mirrors and trying to push on as best as he can to try and catch, or trying to stay in the race lead. But going to be thereabouts. Samper is under threat from Nate Fletch now. Nate Fletch is going to try and get the move done. The Sky sponsored Lamborghini Huracan versus the McLaren F1. I tell you what, it is going to be a very close race, but at the moment it's looking likely we could be in for a reversal of the top three. Nate Fletch is also there trying to get past Samper. What is Samper going to do? Is Samper going to pit? Is Nate going to pit this time round? They're both almost thereabouts, but yeah, they both jump into pit lane then. That is crucial now. Looking at that, they're going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen. Leah's going to jump back up into third, because the two that are in pit lane at the moment, Joker is there, and the Pease is there, Adam Morgan is also there. This is going to be thereabouts, I'll tell you what. Adam Morgan takes the both of them. Wow, that is absolutely quality racing between the lot of them. Nate Fletch is still in there, Samper's still in pit lane, Rasmus Oren down in 8th then. Who is that? Samper is there, he's got to be very careful, he's got Darren ahead of him. Darren's on warmer tyres now. Samper will take a lap or so to get them tyres back up to temperature. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very careful. It is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but you know, Chris Wheatley there in 11th then. They've Fletch in 12th at the moment, but Gareth Morris leads the race then. Casper Brotner chasing him down. Leah's not far behind. She will push on, she will be thereabouts. You can see the top two ahead of her. Adam Morgan 4th, then Joker 5th, Daniel Pease rather in 6th then. Craig Thomas 7th, Rasmus in 8th then, Darren in 9th, Samper in 10th then, Chris Wheatley 11th, and of course Nate Fletch in, of course, 12th position. But 35 minutes left then until the checkered flag drops here at Tokyo. Gareth Morris still leads the race then from Casper Brotner, and of course Leah is going to be static. She is a force to be reckoned for at the moment. Excuse me. In Eldar Sim history, but we'll see how well she does in the last half an hour of the race when it comes round. But 34.5 minutes left. It's going to look like Joker and Adam Morgan, they're going to have a bit of a battle. Daniel Pease is going to try and catch them up as well. It could be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close. But Craig Thomas still there. Thereabouts. Rasmus Oren 8th, then Darren rather. Do apologise, mate. Darren in 9th at the moment, with Samper chasing him down in around 10th place at the moment. But I'll tell you what, yet again, this championship hasn't failed to disappoint. It is fantastic. You know how things go. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be outstanding if we get a very quick couple of laps in around here. Darren's trying to get past Rasmus Omren for that 8th place for the time being. He's going to try and get 8th place from Rasmus Omren, but it is going to be very careful to see how well things go between the pair of them. It is going to be very close. Rasmus is defending like mad at the moment, trying to stop that Lamborghini from overtaking him. At the moment it's going to be very close going into that hairpin, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Darren is trying to make that move. He is trying to make the move on Rasmus Oren. You can just about see how close it is going to get, but I'll tell you what, Darren is alongside that McLaren at the moment. He has to tuck behind because Rasmus has that line into that chicane. Samper is also there. Samper is, no, it's Rasmus that's got that penalty. A bit naughty because he didn't get out of the way quick enough to hit into a corner, and that could actually go against him as well. So Samper is thereabouts. He's trying to put Darren under pressure now. But I'll tell you what, it is going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen. But I'll tell you what, Darren may just have the edge of the Finnish driver in 9th place at the moment. This could be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, it is getting very close. Samper and Darren have got to be very careful. because it is going to be thereabouts. But Rasmus, oh, this is getting close. Sampa's got Darren though for 8th place at the moment, but I'll tell you what, this is going to be very close between the pair of them. Joker's still there in 5th place. Leah is only around 2.7 seconds from Casper and of course Gareth Morris. These two, yeah, going to swap the leads between the pair of them. This is absolutely fantastic. Let's see what's happening. Sampa is still there. Sampa is still there in 8th place at the moment. Darren is trying to catch him up as best as he can at the moment. It is going to be thereabouts, but Sampa is thereabouts. It is going to be very carefully done. It could be very carefully planned. But I'll tell you what, Darren is going to try and put Sampa under considerable amount of pressure. It could be very careful. But I'll tell you what, Gareth Morris with that 5/10 penalty at the moment. Casper Brockner has the race lead. Then if Leah puts her foot down, she will get past Gareth Morris for that 2nd place. But I'll tell you what, it's not, I don't think it's going to happen just yet. But Casper Brockner, he's under pressure from Gareth Morris at the moment. He's got to be careful with his taking his penalties, but he's managed to do it. Leah's caught him up slightly. Only 1.3 now between the pair of them. To tell you what, Darren's got past Sampa for the 8th place. Sampa now 9th. Rasmus in 10th, then Chris Wheatley 11th, and Nate Fletch in 12th at the moment. But Casper Brockner still in the race then. Gareth Morris, he's dropped back quite a bit now. Leah's catching up slightly. Only 1 second in it between the pair of them. So we are at the halfway stage then of the race. It looks like Gareth Morris may be caught this time round, but I'll tell you what, half an hour to go then. It's going to be thereabouts, but it is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Casper Brockner still leads the race then from Gareth Morris and of course Leah at the moment. It seems that Adam Morgan is going to be thereabouts. Joker in 5th then, followed by Daniel Pease. Craig in... Oh, Sampa's got past Darren. But I think Darren's going to line him up slightly for another move. This could be very careful between the pair of them. I'll tell you what, Sampa has got to be careful because Darren gets past with ease. I'll tell you what, it could be another move between Rasmus and of course Chris Wheatley. But I'll tell you what, Sampa has got to be mega careful here because he can't afford any carnage at the moment. But I'll tell you what, is he going to try and take a move? Rasmus Omren and Chris Wheatley though side by side. Chris Wheatley gives him a bit of a tap out of that hairpin. Just, but I'll tell you what, Sampa is thereabouts. Omren's still there in 8th at the moment, but I'll tell you what, I think Leah is going to be catching up to Gareth Morris very shortly. Adam Morgan in 4th, then Joker 5th. Daniel Pease in 6th, then Craig Thomas in 7th. Darren in 8th at the moment. Sampa now has dropped back a bit. Chris Wheatley and of course Rasmus Omren clashing door moves. But Rasmus clips that wall. It's going to be a bit of unfortunate if Rasmus has to clip that wall. Nate Fletch is also catching him up slightly. Chris Wheatley, to see the blue Lamborghini Huracan, trying to make a move on the yellow McLaren. Gets it done into the hairpin, just squeezing each other out to dry there. That's going to be a bit unfortunate, but Chris Wheatley gets past Rasmus Omren for that 10th place at the moment. Nate Fletch in 12th then, so 28 minutes just under left of round number 2 here at Toyko for the multiple manufactured car championship. It is going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen, but Gareth Morris has dropped back a bit from Casper Brockner. He's gaining the gap slightly. Leah is only around 2.7 of a second behind him. She will try and catch him. Adam Morgan 4th, Joker in 5th then. Daniel Pease in 6th. Craig's trying to catch him up. Darren is there. Sampa in 9th then, with Chris Wheatley 10th. Rasmus Omren with Nate Fletch now. These two battle in WTSC on a Friday, so it could be very interesting to see how well they do in different machinery this evening. But I tell you what, it is going to be very close to see how close it's going to get between the likes of Nate and of course Rasmus Ommeren. It's going to be thereabouts, but I tell you what, Casper's still leading the race then. Gareth Morris still there in second, Leah third at one. I'll tell you what, it's very crazy to see exactly what's going to happen. But Samper and Chris Wheatley, it looks like Nate Fletch has got past Rasmus Ommeren slightly. Oh, ho, ho. That has got to be very carefully, because that could have ended up in disaster. But Rasmus Ommeren is there, he's going to try and chase Nate Fletch down in towards the second hairpin. It could be very close between the pair of them. He's trying to make a move, he's trying to make a move. Nate Fletch thinks about it, but God, Chris Wheatley's gone into the wall. That is a bit unfortunate. And he hasn't, unfortunately, even though he slowed down, it might have served his penalty, but it may go against him because it wasn't served correctly. So that's dropped him down into 12th then. Nate Fletch in 11th then, Rasmus Ommeren 10th now. Sliding the way through. Darren's got away from Samper at the moment, so that could be very careful. Craig's there about 1.3 from Daniel Pease at the moment with 25.5 minutes remaining in this race. It could be a very nail-biting end to this race. It could be a very interesting and topsy-turvy outcome. But I think Leah's trying to chase after Gareth Morris. She's around 3.5 seconds from him, though. 12.9 seconds from Adam Morgan. So Adam Morgan's got to get his skates on. But this is exactly how things are panning out. But I tell you what, Nate Fletch and of course Rasmus Ommeren, they're still battling. Rasmus runs a bit wide, almost chops the nose off Nate Fletch's Lamborghini. They're both still clattering each other out of that chicane. This has got to be careful. This has got to be very careful. And I mean very careful. Because Rasmus flashes the lights at Nate, saying, "Not on your life, sunshine." Why? But I tell you what, fair play to them, fair play. 24.5 minutes left. It's going to be very nail-biting. Rasmus and of course Nate Fletch both race each other, so they can't afford to have any issues. I tell you what, if they have an issue, I tell you what, it will be very carefully looked at. But I tell you what, Nate Fletch tries to defend from Rasmus Ommeren going out of that hairpin. Oh my goodness, the battle might be okay, but it's just a bit very carefully to the limit there. But I tell you what, it is going to be a very close end to this race. We've got just under 24 minutes left, but I tell you, it is going to be very close. But I tell you what, Samper is trying to get up to Darren, but Darren is around 3.8 seconds now. Craig Thomas is catching up to Daniel Pease. But I tell you what, Nate Fletch and Rasmus Ommeren, they're going to be battling each other. Leah is still there in third at the moment, fair play. Gareth Morris in second. Casper Brockner 2.0 at the moment. That is going to be coming down. But I tell you what, Nate Fletch and Rasmus have sorted that squabble out. 0.9 is the time between them both, but it's going to be shrinking because Rasmus is going to be trying to catch up. Rasmus could easily catch up to Nate Fletch. Going to, oh, I thought he was going to literally go for a move, but it didn't pay off there. Didn't pay off. But I'll tell you what, Nate Fletch will have to get his skates on to get away from Rasmus. Rasmus is going to have to push as best as he can to try and catch back up to Nate Fletch. Chris Wheatley, however, Gareth Morris goes into pit lane then, so that could be a very interesting moment for him. He is down in third place now. Adam Morgan will be there back, but I tell you what, Darren's caught up to Craig very quickly. It's a very interesting memento between these two. Daniel Pease is thereabouts, but whether Darren catches up to Craig and they both actually overtake Gareth Morris in the process, so it could be very interesting. Rasmus Omren still there, chasing after Nate Fletch into the hairpin. So this could be very close. 22 minutes left. So Gareth Morris comes out ahead of, well, alongside Chris Wheatley. So that could be very carefully picked out, but that will allow the likes of Casper Brockner and of course Leah to get around and try and get ahead of the likes of Adam Morgan and of course Joker, followed by Daniel Pease, Craig Thomas and of course Darren Baldwin. Darren Baldwin's thinking about latching onto the back of Craig. Craig's trying to literally stop Darren from doing the same, but Darren, feisty racer himself, he is on course to try and push on. He wants to stay where, you know, he wants to push, but he's got that move done. But Craig's thinking about pushing him all the way to get that degree. He's thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, it's coming on course for an absolute sensational showdown. Nate Fletch is still there, Rasmus Omren in 10th, then followed by Chris Wheatley and of course Gareth Morris, early pace setters, trying to put on a very good show for the Welsh viewers this evening. Casper Brockner still stays out for the race lead for the time being. Is Leah going to go into pit lane? Yes, she is. She will jump into pit lane. Hopefully it doesn't hamper her too much to try and get thereabouts, but Adam Morgan then will go into second place at the moment. Joker jumps into pit lane then. Daniel Pease is there. He's always clipped the wall as he goes into pit lane. Craig Thomas does exactly the same. I think Darren actually did the same as well, so that's allowed Samper up into third then. Nate Fletch is there, Rasmus Omren fifth. So there's quite a few cars that are in pit lane at the moment, so 20 minutes left then. Will not seem like a long 20 minutes, but if you play the cards right, you may be right. Leah is in 8th place at the moment, so she's having another stellar race at the moment. Darren still there in pit lane at the moment. Daniel Pease is there as well. Joker gets out ahead of them. And of course Craig Thomas as well. But Gareth Morrison, Chris Wheatley probably will be the next to pit this time around. But Casper Brockner and of course Adam Morgan will be the ones to watch. Samper also. Nate Fletch in, of course, 4th at the moment, with Rasmus Omren breathing down his neck. But this could be a very close battle, because Leah is in 8th at the moment, Joker rather, in 9th at the moment, Darren in 10th, then Craig and Daniel Pease on your bottom two. At the moment it could be thereabouts, but we'll see what is going to happen. 19 minutes then rather to go. It's getting very close and very interesting between the likes of Darren and of course Craig and of course Daniel Pease. Darren's going to be having that move done by Craig. Craig's going to try and take him the easiest way, and I think Daniel Pease is going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, the ones that have to pit, the likes of Adam Morgan this time round though, Samper's going to have to pit. Casper Brockner still stays out though. He must be having a bit of conservative with that fuel. Samper jumps in. Nate Fletch will be. Nate Fletch stays out. Rasmus Omren also stays out. Gareth Morris also stays out. So Leah will be up into 5th then. So Joker will be thereabouts. Craig has took Darren for that 11th spot as Daniel Pease tries to do exactly the same. Is he going to do it into the hairpin? Yes he is. Just about. Just a bounce, but let's allow Chris Wheatley and Samper. Oh, Samper's just... I thought he was going to literally just jump in front of the other guys then. He's jumped back down to 11th. Chris Wheatley goes out pit lane. But Nate Fletch and of course Rasmus Omren will be the next to pit, and as well as Casper Brockner. Leah's still thereabouts. She is doing another fabulous job. I tell you what, fair play to her. not put a foot wrong this evening. I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close to see what happens. Adam Morgan still there in 6th place at the moment. Joker 7th, Craig in 8th, Daniel Pease 9th, then Darren Baldwin clips the wall slightly, 10th place at the moment with Sampa in 11th, with Chris Wheatley in 12th at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Casper Brockner, he's still staying out. He's actually missed the pit lane at the moment, so it's very interesting to see how well he's going to handle that, because the likes of Nate Fletcher and of course Gareth Morrison, Erasmus Omron thereabouts, Leah will catch up to these two, so she will probably jump back into 3rd place if the likes of Nate Fletcher and of course Erasmus go into pit lane, which they both do. So that will allow her to get back into 3rd place. This could be another good showing, and I'll tell you what, fair play. With 16 minutes, just around about 16 minutes left. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very close. Adam Morgan will be taking 4th then. Joker will be probably 5th. But I'll tell you what, it's got to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen, because Daniel Pease is trying to put Craig Thomas under considerable amount of pressure. This is what's going to happen, but I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close with around quite some fantastic battles. Sampa is still there, Nate Fletch in 10th then with Rasmus Omren in 11th now, Chris Wheatley still 12th, so 15.5 minutes to go then. Casper Brockner 41.2 seconds up the road from Gareth Morris. Oh my goodness gracious, he has pushed that Lamborghini this evening to the limit. He will be absolutely on course to see exactly what is going to happen. So 15 minutes then, so Casper Brockner will be thereabouts. Leah's going to try and push on to try and catch up to Gareth Morris. But this is absolutely fantastic. It is going to be down to the wire yet again. Craig's trying to stop Daniel Pease from getting beat past him, which wouldn't surprise me, but it's going to be very careful because he's going to try and push on. Casper Brockner, where is he? He's coming out of pit lane. He's come out of pit lane just ahead of Gareth Morris. So Gareth Morris is still there in 2nd place at the moment, but Casper Brockner will be on cold tyres there. Still there in 3rd at the moment. Adam Morgan going through the hairpin. Joker in 5th and Craig still there in 6th at the moment with Daniel trying to chase him down. It's going to be very careful to see how well it goes between the pair of them. With Sampa in 8th and Darren in 9th at the moment. This could be a very close battle. Darren's got a bit of breathing room, but Sampa closes the door, says not on your life sunshine. But it is going to be thereabouts. We will see how quick things go, but it does look like 13.5 minutes left. Does not feel like 13.5 minutes, but we'll see how well things go. Nate Fletch still there in 10th place then with Chris Wheatley in 11th, with 12th rather Rasmus Omren 11th, but Casper Brockner still leading the race from Gareth Morris then, from Leah at the moment. There's not much battles apart from the likes of Craig and of course Sampa and Darren, but Craig and Daniel are in that battle. Sampa and Darren's going to try and make a move on Sampa at the hairpin, no doubt, as Daniel Pease tries to do exactly the same. This is going to be unstoppable. I can't believe what is happening in this race. He's going to be thereabouts, but it's going to be very close between a lot of interest between these guys. It is going to be a lot of things, but it is going to be close as you like. But Daniel's got past Craig. Craig has to tuck behind This is going to be unstoppable. It is going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, Gareth Morris and Casper Brockner, they could be having a battle towards the end. 12 minutes left of this race. This is going to be really a nail biter now. Is Daniel going to try and get past Daniel? Not Craig going to try and get past Daniel. I do apologise. Darren's trying to do exactly the same. Samper further back. Samper is going to be on course to try and stop Darren from overtaking. But I'll tell you what, a battle for 6, 7, 8 and 9. This is where it's going to be very much interesting. Coming up to 11.5 minutes to go. Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, Daniel is going to be pushing to the limit. He's got 2 McLarens, but the McLarens are in a Lamborghini sandwich because Darren is also there. I think Darren's just trying to make it and survive to the end. Fair play to him. He will be pushing on though. Samper is going to be thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, Nate Fletch in 10th at the moment. This is absolutely fantastic to see exactly what's going to happen. But Casper Brockner still leading the race then. 2.7 from Gareth Morris at the moment. Gareth Morris is around 11.7 from Leah at the moment. Leah will be happy. 11 minutes left. Adam Morgan is thereabouts. Will he have time to catch her, or will Leah put him to shame and say, "I'm too quick again, mate"? But Toyko on his debut then in 5th place. Then Daniel Pease now has got past Craig Thomas. Craig Thomas has fallen into the clutches of Samper and of course Darren Baldwin. Samper is going to have to be pushing that McLaren to its degree, but I'd say what, I wouldn't discontinue Darren though. He would be. He is pushing to try and get further up. It is going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what is going to happen with around 10 minutes to go. Samper gets past Craig, but they both have a bit of contact. That is not how to overtake someone. Darren's sick of seeing the McLarens, I'm sure. But I'll tell you what, with 10 minutes to go, it is going to be tooth and nail. It is going to be nail biting as well. But I'll tell you what, Samper is trying to catch up to Daniel Pease. He's going to be thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, he is going to be very close. With just coming up to 9.5 minutes left, Samper is going to be pushing to the limit. Craig's trying to push to the limit to try and get past him in the meantime, and Focus trying not to let Darren Baldwin overtake him. This could be very close between these 3 cars. But I'll tell you what, Craig has got Samper in his sights. He has got Samper in his sights. Is he going to get Samper this time round? Yes, he is, but Samper fights back. Oh my goodness. Samper fight back. He's fought back because Darren is also there. Because if Samper focuses and tries not to move forward, but Craig's going to try and get in this time round into the hairpin. Darren's also there. Samper is thereabouts, trying to take Craig to the cleaners. Well, I'll tell you what, Darren is also there. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is getting close. This is getting really close. 8.5 minutes left of the second race of the championship here at Tokyo. It is going to be very close. Nate Fletch is also in this battle now for 7th place. It is going to be very careful with 8 minutes left on the clock. Almost, we are going to be in for a grandstand finish. It is going to be absolutely unreal. Craig and Samper are still battling at the moment, and this is going to be... Craig's trying to... Samper's trying to make a move on Craig on the outside. Can actually be easily done. He's actually done it. Oh my goodness. He's actually done it. Darren's trying to hold off Nate Fletch in the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini battle. So the Lamborghinis versus the McLarens at the moment. This is absolutely crazy stuff. What is going to happen? It's going to be very close because the absolute walls are coming into your face like it's no other. But this is going to be very close. I can't believe what we are seeing at the moment. Samper crosses the line then with Craig Thomas trying to pull alongside. But I tell you what, is this going to be a very close proximity? Darren gives Craig a bit of a tap, but that's not enough of a tap. Nate Fletch is also there. This is going to be very hairy. It's going to be a bit leery as well. Oh, I can't look. I really can't look. It is going to be very unstoppable. Craig's going to try and make a move. Samper is trying to make a move, and Samper is Darren Baldwin. Oh my goodness, what a move! Up into 7-5. He planned that with precision. You could not get a compass in the middle of that. So Craig Thomas down in 8th, then Samper in 9th, and with Nate Fletch now in 10th with around 6 minutes and 21 seconds left of the race. This has been an absolute joy to watch yet again. My voice is going to really disappear. I know it's going to disappear, but I'll tell you what, Nate Fletch, he's got to be careful. Darren's trying to hold off Craig Thomas. Samper is also there. Samper is in the middle. Oh my goodness. Where is Samper? He's run wide. He has run wide just about. I'll tell you what, 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left on the clock. What is going on further up the road? Leah is there in 3rd at the moment. She is going to be probably happy with that. Gareth Morris and of course Casper Calderon. Casper Brotner, come on Poppers. It's fine. But I tell you what, 5.5 minutes left. This is going to be a close battle because the likes of Darren's got clear just of Craig. Samper and Nate Fletch thinks about it. This is really unstoppable stuff. This is almost heart in the mouth moments. But Samper and Craig, you know, Samper's got to be very careful. He's got to focus, try to get past Craig. But I'll tell you what, Darren Baldwin, overtake of the night, my friend. 5 minutes left then. 5 minutes till the checkered flag drops. Nate Fletch is thinking about it, but he's got to be careful. Samper is there. Samper's trying to get past Craig with Nate Fletch trying to literally latch onto the back of the pair of them. Oh, Craig's got a penalty. Oh, you'd think a seasoned pro like Craig wouldn't get penalties, wouldn't you? But no, that is not the answer. 4.5 minutes left. 4.5 minutes left, ladies and gents. Hold on to your hats, because you don't want to miss all this. This is fantastic stuff. This is unreal. Craig's going to be defending, but he knows he's got that penalty. Samper's going to be thereabouts. Samper's got to be very... Darren's been caught. Darren has been caught. Oh my goodness. I'm really scared right now. I am really scared right now. Samper. Oh, there's a bit of contact. This is really close. This is really close with 4 minutes. Just under 4 minutes remaining. This is going to be really unstoppable. Samper is going to be pushing on. Craig has got to take that penalty. Craig has got to take that penalty. He's going to have to be very careful. Is he going to take it? He's going to have to. Yeah, he's taking it, but Samper and Nate Fletch are still battling. 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining then. Samper is thereabouts, but you can just see that Casper is still there. Fastest lap 1:55.4 at the moment. Gareth Morris is around 6.3 seconds away from him. Leah is around 15 now from Gareth Morris at the moment. She will be happy with that. She's around 8.2 seconds from Adam Morgan, but he clips the wall. Darren's got Samper and Nate Fletch battling for that position. This could be really unstoppable. It is going to be very close. It is going to have to be an absolute tooth and nail battle. 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes to hold on for dear life. But Casper Brotner may take this race win this time round. But fair play to him, I tell you what, it was going to be very carefully. Samper is on the move. Samper is on the move. He's got, oh, he's got it done, but Darren's going to be there. Oh my goodness. They're going to be sweating. Going to pour sweat. And Darren's trying to get past Samper again with no flits, trying to catch up, but 2 minutes left in this race. We could be going on to the final lap this time round. I'll tell you what, it's never failed to disappoint. This race league never fails to disappoint. It is thereabouts, but I'll tell you what, Casper Brockner is going to be on course to take a race win. Gareth Morris will take second place, but I'll tell you what, Leah will take a podium. Hopefully she will be happy with that. Adam Morgan fourth at the moment. But I'll tell you what, the battle has now... Nate Fletcher, oh, it's Nate Fletcher, and Darren Baldwin had a bit of an issue. What has gone on there? I do apologise, we did miss that. But that, I don't know what happened then. Don't know whether it was between... I had no idea, but it is going to be an absolute disappointment with a minute to go. Darren will be heartbroken. He's in 10th place with Rasmus Omren trying to salvage something out of this evening. But Darren is in 10th place at the moment with Nate Fletch and Chris Wheatley 11th and 12th at the moment. Casper Brockner then, he will be on course to get into what could be. He could actually take the rate, be the only one though, to literally take the race. Because I think Gareth Morris will be a bit too far behind. But I tell you what, it could be the three. The three could be taking another lap. Adam Morgan could be another one to take the other lap, but it's going to be very difficult because he's got only 2 seconds. So Adam Morgan will be... Oh, Gareth Morris, he's out of fuel. I think he's taken second. Leah will take third. What a mega drive from her. So yeah, Casper Brockner will be the only one on track to be on his own. Joker 5th then, Daniel P 6th, Samper 7th, Craig Thomas in 8th then, Rasmus Oren will be 9th, Darren Baldwin. Darren, what had happened, mate? 10th place, my friend. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate for him. He is not going to be happy with that, I'm sure. I can tell you that now. Rasmus Oren, 9th place then. Darren in 10th, Chris Wheatley 11th. Nate Fletch in 12th then. But Casper Brockner is the only car to do the lap. So he does an extra lap, so he's almost doing a victory parade. He doesn't know it yet though. But I'll tell you what, fair play, this race has not disappointed. But I think some of the moves tonight will be looked at in the stewards room, and I think the stewards are going to be mega busy. Excuse me. But I'll tell you what, fair play, Casper Brockner lights the flag victory. I'll tell you what, he will be happy with that. Fastest lap and all with a 155.4. I'll tell you what, it is going to be unstoppable. I'll tell you what, he's the only one out there that will take the race victory. I'll tell you what, the rest are unstoppable. But I'll tell you what, that is going to be absolutely insane. But I'll tell you what, we will get the race results very quickly, because I have a feeling something's going to be absolutely kicking off if we're not careful. But I'll tell you what, fair play to Casper Brockner for taking a lights to flag victory, followed by Gareth Morris and Leah. Leah gets onto the podium in her second event. Adam Morgan in 4th, then followed by Joker 5th. Daniel Pease in 6th, then followed by Samper, Craig Thomas in 8th, then Rasmus Ommer in 9th, Darren Baldwin 10th, Chris Wheatley 11th, Nate Fletch 12th. Fastest lap went to Casper Brotner with a 155.498 on lap 27. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen. But I am really looking to see exactly what is going to happen. But until next week, guys, because my voice is definitely gone. Until next week, take care, and I'll see you Friday for WTSC, where we're at Sardegna. That is going to be hotting up as well, because it is getting to the sharp end of that championship. But I will see you guys then for another epic fight, and I can't wait to see what happens. Until then, I've been Hoppersfeld Racing. Take care, have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you then. Ta-ra.